An unusually large Thursday slate for MLB. It's nothing to complain about. This is Krusty K's here from the Gold Boys Network coming with the slate preview for June 13th. Before we hop into this one, I want to remind everybody you can get all these odds at FanDuel Sportsbook. But let's jump right into the slate. The first one is the Atlanta Braves taking down the Baltimore Orioles. It's Ronaldo Lopez versus Cole Irvin. Cole Irvin's a guy I typically like to fade. This Braves team's tough to trust right now, as we've seen. The bats really aren't hitting, but that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go with the Braves. They're losing right now as I record this. They lost the first game to Baltimore. They're really scuffling right now. They lost 3 out of 4 to Washington. I just want Ronaldo Lopez to be the stopper, and I feel like he's been good enough to where he's earned that right to get that respect, and I think he can shut this Orioles team down to an extent, give his club a chance to win this game. So, obviously it's a scary premise because you're playing Baltimore, and we all know what Baltimore can do. But Cole Irvin, if there was ever a spot for the Braves to kind of get the offense going, it really feels like it's against Cole Irvin. So I'm going to trust the Braves here. Money line is they're actually a small dog, plus 100 right now. So I'm going to go with the Braves on the money line. Like them to get a win. Like them to presumably avoid the sweep if they happen to lose this game today. But I think Ronaldo Lopez goes out and spins a gem for his boys. Our next one is the Washington Nationals taking on the Detroit Tigers. This is Patrick Corbin versus Casey Mize. So, we all want to fade Patrick Corbin, and this is no different for me. So, I don't like backing Casey Mize. It's not a guy I trust. But I'm going to go with Tigers team total over. Tigers against lefties been sneakily pretty good this season. If you look at the small sample size, they haven't been great. But, I like to, against lefties especially, I like to pan out a bit. And I really think that they have a great chance to light this guy up here. So, give me the Tigers team total over. Our next one is the New York Yankees taking on the Kansas City Royals. Nestor Cortez versus Alec Marsh. Alec Marsh is a guy who I've long talked about being a huge regression candidate. And this Yankees team is definitely not the team that, I think that he matches up well with personally. So I hate backing Nestor on the road. That's really my hang-up on this game, is backing Nestor on the road because the Yankees are minus 165. And I get it, it's the Yankees, and I really do think they get to Alec Marsh here. So I'm going to roll with the Yankees team total over. I like them to put up runs. I just think they're swinging it right now. Alec Marsh, like I said, is a guy who I have been looking for regression for quite some time, and I think when you finally get a lineup like this, who's really crushing righties right now, I think this just lines up for him to get absolutely shelled. So give me the Yankees team total over. Nestor, I think he gives us some runs too, but he's such a weird pitcher for me. I have a very hard time figuring him out. So I'd rather just isolate the Yankees team total and take that over rather than mess with a full game over or back the Yankees on a side specifically. Our next one is the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on St. Louis Cardinals. This is Mitch Keller versus Lance Lynn. So, you know what you're going to get with Lance Lynn. Fastball. This Pirates team not really hitting righties right now, and they're on the road, which we always like to fade them on the road. So I'm going to go with the Pirates here on the money line. I like Mitch Keller. He's been pitching pretty well as of late, last 4 out of 5 starts. He's a really good, definitely a big change from how you look to start the season. Cardinals are hitting a bit better right now, so it is a bit of a concern, but I really like him to navigate this lineup. Think he has the stuff to do it. We've seen it, plus fastball. He's been missing barrels pretty consistently too, which is obviously big because we're not giving up a ton of hard contact. So give me the Pirates here. Our next one, the Chicago Cubs taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. This is Justin Steele versus Taj Bradley. Probably one of my favorite games on the slate. I'm going to roll with the no runs in the first inning. I think that's my favorite look here. I like both these guys to deal early, like both these guys to deal, honestly, for majority of the game, truthfully. I like both guys' strikeouts. I think that Tampa Bay against lefties, they haven't seen a ton of good ones, and even the bad ones they've seen have pitched pretty well. So Justin Steele, we all know, fastball slider. If he's working, he can run him up against his team. And on the other side, Taj Bradley, pretty high whiff pitcher, facing a Cubs team that struggles with whiffs, struggles with fastballs in the zone, and it's exactly what they're going to see with Taj Bradley. So I like K's, and I like the no runs in the first inning in this game.
Wait, before we get back to the picks, I wanted to thank you all for watching. Friends don't let friends watch videos without hitting the like button. So go ahead and press the thumbs up button and like the video. If you're new here and not subscribed, you should go ahead and do so because we're dropping new content each and every day on the Gold Boys Network. We strive to cover every sport and give out picks and analysis and valuable information for free on the Gold Boys Network. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you can get notified when we drop something new. I'm Brad Thomas. Let's get back to the picks.
Our next one is Miami Marlins taking on the New York Mets. This is Rodri Munoz versus Luis Severino. Mets are minus 190, tough price to get behind, but I really do think they win this game. So I'm going to give the Mets money line. Obviously, I would not take it as a straight bet, but as a money line parlay piece, I think it's great. I like Severino, elite ground ball rate. We know he's going to pitch deep in this game. So I like his pitching outs. Think he can, definitely pitch well here. Work pretty quick. You get a Miami team that's not seeing a lot of pitches, a lot of bad at bats. So I overall expect him to pitch really well in this one. Our next one, Philadelphia Phillies taking on the Boston Red Sox. This is Aaron Nola versus Tanner Houck. So Tanner Houck is a guy we've backed numerous times. He's been really good, obviously, for Boston. Definitely the anchor of this staff. He's pitched really well the first time he's seen teams. And so, this falls into that category, but I don't. It's the Phillies. So, I don't want to sit here and just be like, oh, back to the Red Sox. Tanner Houck's on the mound. I think he pitches well. I'm a little nervous, obviously, going against the Phillies because the lineup is loaded. But I think he pitches well. So my lean in this game is the Red Sox in the first 5. I think their lineup can get to Nola, and that ultimately is kind of what sold me here. I like Huck, especially the first time through the order. So you're figuring 3 innings roughly. He's going to be lights out in my opinion. And even the second time through, I think he can navigate well enough. So I really like him in the first 5 here to shut this team down. A lot of the times we've seen when he starts to give up a run or two is when Cora kind of overextends him. So I like to isolate the first 5. I think Boston, they're crushing righties right now, number 1 in all of baseball. I think they can get a run or two off of Nola, especially on the road. If you're going to fade Nola, it's got to be on the road. So give me the Boston Red Sox in the first 5. Our next one is the Oakland Athletics taking on the Minnesota Twins. This is Luis Medina versus Joe Ryan, and I am all over the Twins in this one. Likely a Joe Ryan 6 Ks and a win, or whatever, 7 K, whatever strikeout number gets you to even money. That's where I'm at. Oakland, as we all know, has cooled off, a ton compared to where they were to start the season. Right now, they're way below league average in pretty much every offensive category, and they are among the league worst in every swing metric you would want to target for strikeouts. So let me pull it up for you guys here. Lowest chase contact rate in all of baseball, lowest zone contact rate in all of baseball, lead the league in whiffs. They actually don't chase out of the zone a ton, which I think is kind of funny, but when they do, they don't make any contact. And the problem is, when they swing in the zone, they lead the league in whiffs. So you get a guy like Joe Ryan who has a really good fastball, a lot of life on it, going to generate a lot of swings and misses. I really like him to navigate this Oakland lineup with relative ease. Biggest concern here, though, he has struggled at home, oddly enough. So I do think that kind of writes itself here because you get Oakland having in a weird travel spot. Really think that Joe Ryan could take advantage. So give me Joe Ryan, 6 or 7 strikeouts and the Twins money line. Our next one is the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's Griffin Canning versus Brandon Pfaadt. Give me the Diamondbacks. I like backing Brandon Pfaadt at home. He's just been a much better pitcher at home, in my opinion. Just something about being in front of his home crowd. Just pitches better. So I like Diamondbacks on my line here. I believe it is. It's super juiced, obviously. So again, probably a parlay piece. It's minus 175 right now. I expect it to get worse, honestly, by game time. Wouldn't be surprised if we see this closer to minus 200 once the game starts. But I love Brandon Pfaadt here. I love him to navigate this Angels lineup. I love him to pick up the win for his team. And Griffin Canning, we've seen it. The breaking stuff just isn't working this season, and he's been getting tagged because of it. Diamondbacks not really hitting righties right now particularly well. They're right around league average, but feels like a really good spot to get those bats going. So give me the Diamondbacks on the money line, like I said, parlay piece. I wouldn't be opposed to parlaying it with the Mets, and you're probably getting plus money because it's minus 190, minus 175. You're definitely getting plus money for that. So definitely would not be against that. Our next one is the Chicago White Sox taking on the Seattle Mariners. Garrett Crochet versus Luis Castillo. Man, oh man, do we have a great matchup here. Garrett Crochet, what are we doing, guys? System play. White Sox plus a half a run in the first 5. The White Sox are a pretty big dog here, Luis Castillo, and I get it because it's Luis Castillo. But this doesn't take into account the fact that Garrett Crochet is elite in the first 5. We've all seen it. We continue to cash on this, and we're going to cash again here. White Sox plus a half a run in the first 5. The line isn't out yet, but based on the price of the money line, I'm willing to bet we might even get like even money for the plus a half. So I love that. Love getting plus a half a run. Obviously, I don't expect the White Sox to do much against Castillo, but I don't think Seattle does anything against Crochet either. So I think this thing likely is 0-0 after 5, but we're going to have plus half a run and we're going to cash. Hey guys, I just want to give a quick reminder that new users can bet $5 at FanDuel on any of the bets in this video and win $150 in bonus bets if the bet wins. Now let's get back to the bets. The next one and the last one on the slate is the Texas Rangers taking on Los Angeles Dodgers. This is Michael Lorenzen versus Yoshi Yamamoto. I mean, Dodgers minus 225 in the money line. Not a price I want to lay. But Yoshi's been really good, continues to prove that he's one of the best pitchers in baseball. He shut down the Yankees, looked absolutely incredible. And this Rangers team, as we all know, not hitting. So Dodgers minus 1.5, I have to. Yoshi at home, Texas not hitting, not being consistent. Michael Lorenzen, we all know, can give it up. He's probably going to give it up because he's going to be out there and they're going to let him wear it. Dodgers minus 1.5 all day long. That does conclude our slate, though. If you guys do me a favor, drop a like, drop a comment. Seem to have everything working now with my Google Drive, so hopefully no more issues. We can get you guys your videos Monday through Friday. Before I hop off, though, let me give you my 3 best bets. So number 1, we are going to go to the no runs in the first inning in the Cubs and Tampa Bay. Number 2 will be the White Sox plus a half a run in the first 5. I mean, realistically, it's my favorite play, but I want to take the homer out of it, so we'll make it my second favorite play. And then my third favorite play will be the Dodgers minus 1.5, backing Yoshi against the Rangers, who continue to struggle at the plate. As always, you can get all of my official plays at goldboys.com. If you have a gambling problem, dial 1-800-GAMBLER. Thank you, guys.